we've had a government, instead of fighting insecurity and fixing our economy and stopping the stealing, what is more important is destroy political parties. So don't blame anybody, or maybe I don't blame Obi, I don't blame anybody for going where they think. So I'm leaving Labour Party midnight tonight and I'm joining PRP.
Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed, who was once a central figure in the Labour Party's 2023 momentum, has now announced his exit. But beyond the headline, there is a deeper contradiction that cannot be ignored. This is the same man who reportedly played a role in urging Peter Obi to return to the Labour Party during a critical period. Not only that, he was said to have assured Obi of the presidential ticket. So the big question is, what changed? And more importantly, why is he now walking away from the very structure he helped stabilize? Hello, beautiful family. Welcome back to Gist Angle. In this report, we are uncovering a major political development that is already stirring reactions across Nigeria's political space. And here is the report in detail. Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed, the Labour Party's vice presidential candidate in the 2023 election, has revealed that he will be leaving the party to join the People's Redemption Party (PRP). He made this known on Tuesday while speaking on Politics Today. According to Baba-Ahmed, his decision is due to ongoing internal conflicts within the Labour Party, which he believes has drifted away from its original principles. In his words, "I will be leaving the Labour Party tomorrow. There is more to it. The period of true peace in the party was when certain individuals were reassigned. Someone was brought in with a particular agenda, and based on the person's track record, it became difficult for me. The Labour Party no longer represents what it once stood for." He further confirmed that his resignation will take effect at midnight, adding that he will officially move to the PRP. "I am exiting the Labour Party at midnight and will be joining the PRP. That is my next destination. The PRP has a long history. It is about 75 years old," he stated. The PRP, established in 1978 by the late Aminu Kano, is one of Nigeria's oldest political parties and is widely recognized for its progressive stance. Baba-Ahmed was the running mate to Peter Obi in the 2023 presidential election. My people, this development is not just another party defection. It raises serious political questions. Let us examine them one after the other. 1. Internal crisis versus personal fallout. Datti claims the Labour Party has lost its founding ideals. Leadership disputes and factional struggles have plagued the party. But his statement goes deeper. He referenced the redeployment of a particular individual whose presence allegedly made things difficult for him. That signals something more personal than ideological. So this may not just be about party values. It could be about power, influence, and internal positioning. 2. The Obi factor, a political contradiction. Now let's address the elephant in the room. If Datti was instrumental in bringing Peter Obi back into the Labour Party and even guaranteed him the presidential ticket, then his exit creates a contradiction because it raises a critical question. Was the Labour Party only good enough when it served his political calculations? If the party was viable enough to host a presidential project in 2023, what suddenly makes it unworthy now? Or better still, is Datti leaving because the internal power dynamics no longer favor him? Politics is really about sentiment. It's about positioning. 3. Timing. Why now? The timing of this move is also very strategic. We are approaching another political cycle, and alignments are already forming quietly behind the scenes. Leaving now gives Datti the opportunity to 1. Rebrand himself politically. 2. Negotiate influence in a smaller structure. 3. Possibly position himself for a bigger role ahead of 2027. Because let's be honest, in a crowded party, influence is diluted. But in a smaller party like the PRP, he could become a dominant voice. Now, why PRP? A strategic safe haven. The People's Redemption Party is not just any party. It carries historical weight tied to the legacy of Aminu Kano and progressive northern politics. By moving to PRP, Datti is not just defecting. He is aligning with a political identity that could resonate in certain regions. But here is the reality check. PRP currently lacks the national structure and momentum that Labour Party built in 2023, so the move is risky. Another question to examine is this: is this a calculated move or a political gamble? There are two ways to interpret this. Option A: strategic move. Datti is leaving early to avoid internal collapse and reposition himself ahead of 2027. Option B: political miscalculation. He is abandoning a platform that still holds national relevance for one that may not deliver real electoral power. Now, what does this mean for Labour Party? His exit could deepen internal cracks, trigger more defections, weaken the party's intellectual and northern appeal. But at the same time, it could also reduce internal tension, allow remaining leaders to consolidate control. So it cuts both ways. But wait, is he truly leaving or being pushed out? This is perhaps the most important angle. When politicians say I am leaving, it doesn't always mean it was entirely their decision. Sometimes it's a soft way of saying the system no longer accommodates me. Datti Baba-Ahmed's exit is not just about one man leaving a party. It exposes 1. The fragile nature of coalition parties. 2. The internal contradictions within emerging parties. 3. The reality that political loyalty often shifts with opportunity. But the biggest unanswered question remains: if you once convinced others to believe in a platform, what does it say when you are the one walking away from it? That question may define how voters interpret this move going forward. Let us look at another angle: testing political relevance outside Labour Party. This move puts Datti in a new kind of spotlight. For the first time since 2023, he will have to prove his political weight outside the Labour Party structure and without the momentum of that movement. So the question becomes, how much of his influence was personal and how much was tied to the Labour Party wave? This is a real test of his independent political strength. Another angle is message to political elites. This could be a signal to bigger political players. By stepping out early, Datti may be positioning himself as available for future alliances, negotiations, or even coalition building. In Nigerian politics, early movement often means I'm open for alignment. This could attract interest from other blocs looking to form new partnerships ahead of the next election cycle. Let us also look at the impact on youth support base. The Labour Party gained massive traction in 2023, largely because of youth support. Datti was part of that appeal. His exit could create mixed reactions among that demographic. Some may feel disappointed, others may not follow him to PRP, and some may begin to question the stability of alternative parties altogether. We must not also forget the risk of political isolation. Let's be blunt, there is also a risk here. Moving to a smaller party like PRP could limit his national visibility if the party fails to gain traction. In Nigerian politics, structure and reach matter a lot. Without strong nationwide backing, even influential politicians can become politically sidelined. As the story continues to unfold, here are two questions Nigerians are asking. If Datti could walk away from the Labour Party he once helped build, what does that say about the future stability of the party itself? And with this move to PRP, is he making a bold strategic comeback or quietly stepping away from the center of real political power? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's discuss. And please subscribe if it's your first time here. Turn on your notifications so you always get our updates when next we post.